Also, wait, I wanted to ask you, what did you think about the sale of the $55 million mansion?
Ooh, okay, so that's super interesting, right? Because we saw Heather and Terry talking about it, like, maybe we should sell the house, maybe we shouldn't, blah blah blah. Well, first off, $55 million. Okay, I know sometimes we say like Heather is above these women, like like these other women are not in her reality, and whatever. Girlies, this is proof. No one else is selling their house for $55 million. Like, I think when you hear something like that, it makes you realize, oh, Heather really is in her own world. It really is Heather Dubrow's world. But I mean, like, they've worked for that. And the fact that they are trying to move back to LA and do all these things, like, I just didn't realize it was that much money. Like, the Dubrows are getting that coin, girl.
It's kind of, well, like, really, if you think about it, it's like, it's a small handful of people that we've seen on the shows with this sort of wealth. Like Adrienne Maloof.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Kathy Hilton was on and she's like, I got bored, so I wanted to renovate this $50 million mansion. We're like, okay, that's not relatable at all, right? Yeah. Bethany Frankel now, of course. And then who was the one that sort of, oh, that's who she was. Diana Jenkins.
I was going to say Lisa Vanderpump too. Lisa Vanderpump, I mean, with her swans. I mean, like, come
Pinky
on.
and Pinky, it's just a whole new world. That is Lisa Vanderpump. Like, you think Heather Dubrow is in Heather Dubrow's world. Lisa Vanderpump is like, it's like, I haven't seen the movie Barbie, but it's what I would imagine Barbie would be. Like when you walk in, it's like, hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Oh. Pink, roses, swans, diamonds, rosé. Can I be LVP for just a day?
It's so fabulous. But I think one of the reasons why I just love the Dubrows, because I just respect anyone who works hard. And what I love about the Dubrows, they work hard. Like, they do so many different types of business, like things we don't even know they're doing in real time. And the fact that they've been able to build such a strong amount of wealth, and they're able to kind of do what they want, and they're living life by their own terms, you just have to respect that. Like, no matter how the women might feel about her or whatever, like, they've worked for that, and they're doing things that are best for them and their family. And you just got to respect that, in my opinion.
And I think it's funny that she's like, like, we found this cute little pied-à-terre in LA, and it's a $16 million, people are saying apartment, condo, whatever you want to call it. It's in the sky. It's $16 million. And she's like, like a cute little pied-à-terre. And I'm like, can I have a cute pied-à-terre? What? Like, most of these women don't even have, like, you know what I mean? Your 16 million pied-à-terre is probably more than what the entire rest of your castmates have in their bank accounts combined.
Oh, 100%. But I was cracking up. Like, when she said that word, which, like, none of us knew what that meant. Then they pull up the definition, and it said, like, a small, place. And then she's saying, we found this apartment. I love it. I'm like, apartment? I'm like, honey, this has like views of the city. You have an infinity pool. Like, it's like a mansion for a lot of us. And that's an apartment? Like, I was actually cracking up. I was like, it's Heather Dubrow's world. Like, this is an apartment to her. This is I don't even know the word, small little place that she can go to. But to us, it's like fantasy, like a heaven. Like, again, you got to respect it. I mean, she worked for that, so she can enjoy those luxuries as much as she wants.
Yeah, go on, girl. It's a condo, same building that Candy Spelling lives in. Well, that's how you know it's money.
Money, honey. And didn't they buy that? They're not renting it, right? They bought that.
No, they bought that, and then they just bought that other one for what was it, 30 million that they bought it for?
So they bought 2 LA properties in total?
Yeah. Look, I'll show you right now.
So they spent 46 million. So if the one was 16 million, the other is 30. So you have to respect these people. So they spent 46 million on those properties, but they sold their OC house for 55 million. So what is that? They still made, after all of that, they still made $9 million.
Oh, no, actually, the house was listed, the Beverly Hills mansion. It's only 9,000 square feet, though, of course. But it was listed for 37.5 million, and they ended up getting it for 16.1. So technically, in her world, that's a steal.
I would consider that a steal. Absolutely.
It's less than 50% of the asking price.
Yeah, seriously, they saved $20 million. I mean,
So
that's
wait, you
right.
just bought your
Wow.
cute little shack. That's the pied a terre shack.
Right.
And your Beverly Hills mansion. So we 16 and 16.
32.
So we 32. We got 55 million. Plus we probably owed a little bit of money. Sounds like we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, sounds like they banked $23 million after buying 2 LA properties. It's no one else's reality. I mean, you have to respect that so much. No one else can do that. I mean, that's crazy.
And she was saying too, she's like, I can't go to this Beverly Hills mansion. She's like, I'm going to be spending the next 3 years renovating it. And they're like, they're like, what? And she's like, everything. This is a shell. This mansion, this $16, it's a shell. The floor's got to go. The cabinets got to go. The pool's got to go. The backyard's completely got to be reconstructed. Why don't you just buy a plot of land?
Yeah, true.
Like if you're just going to rip it apart anyways, and just unless it was location, which I believe it's close to the Beverly Hills Hotel, which is location.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just wild to me.
It's funny because I talk about like with my friends who live in LA and stuff, and I'll make the joke like, I live in Vegas. It's so expensive to live in LA. Like, not just anybody can buy a house. That's exactly what I mean. The people who are buying these houses are Heather Dubrow, and you gotta respect. Like the rest of us wish we could even afford rent in West Hollywood, but this girl is buying a mansion by the Beverly Hills Hotel. So
yeah, I mean, even if you look at like James Kennedy just bought that house in the Valley, and I think it was 1.3 million, which is a cute house. It's a really cute house, but if you see like what you get, $1.3 million is a lot of money. Yeah. It's a shit ton of money. So like when you see what you get for it, you're like, you know what? $1.3 million. It's just wild. I mean, if you go to South Florida, it also will probably be like LA and you're not going to get shit for it. But if you go to like
Vegas,
Mississippi,
girl, or even here, the mansion you
Vegas?
can get in Vegas for $1 million, like, I mean, it probably wouldn't compare to like, a Texas, mansion for $1 million or something like that, or like in Oklahoma. But girl, you could get a nice property out here in Vegas for $1 million, so it's very interesting just to see how vastly different the prices are, or what the value is, I should say.
Yeah, exactly. Samantha said 1.3 million in Texas. Huge difference. And
huge.
Niall Stanton said, FYI, Heather downsized, nothing to brag about. No, Heather downsized her home to 2 separate homes and then upsized her bank account. So yes, it's a lot to brag about. You have to look at it that way. It depends. It's which way are you looking at it? She lived in the house. She had the staff, and she's saving a lot of money on staff too.
Yes. And one last thing, I actually don't think she comes up. I mean, I might be in the minority here, but I don't think she comes across as braggy. I mean, do you realize she could have easily been like gloating, like, I just bought this, whatever the word was, or this condo.
Ping, ping.
Yeah, exactly. This ping, this abyss in LA for $1 million, or what, $16 million. She could be gloating, but she's like, no, we just bought this cute little place. I think we're going to start moving up there. Like, she's so casual about it. Like, it's amazing.
Oh, I wanted to say to you, because you're always like a Heather Dubrow stan in her elitist way, which is amazing. And I'm here to applaud it. But like in the trailer, sorry, real quick, and then we'll go. But in the trailer, when Shannon and Tamara are like, why wouldn't she tell us that she sold her house? I'm like, what? And then what? So you guys can rip her, but that would just be bragging, unrelatable, condescending. Then she's an asshole. Like, why? If I were her and I'm treated the way that you guys are treating me, you're telling me everything I do. I told Gina, oh my God, you're going into real estate. Nikki's going into real estate too. That seems a little condescending, like you're putting me down. I tell them, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like they rip her for everything. Why the hell? She's not going to celebrate the sale of a $55 million mansion with them, because those are people who are not going to be excited for her. Those are people who are going to look at her like, oh great, another win for Dubrow.